There are two big reasons why Tojima Wants to be a Kamen Rider is doing so well, and it's not because, well, it might be because of the jiggle physics. Welcome back to more Cartoon Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, here with my co-host, Will. We are back here on another Monday for you guys. Hoping you're doing well. Hope your week starts off to be good. But this is something we're going to be talking about. Currently watching anime, if you're even able to watch anime. That's a big story. We'll get into that. And also potentially what might be the anime of the year. Mm-hmm. 3 topics we're going to get into if we stay on topic. That is the goal we have for today.
It's about that time.
You guys know.
For the year
you know. Yeah, it's not just like time. It's time to start pondering. It's not time for voting. It's time for pondering. Because
time for pondering. And it's time for anime fans to start fighting over each other again.
Yes,
who's going to be the new free run versus solo leveling?
Wasn't this the time?
Anime? It's about this time that like
last year when you started yours, right? This is when you started all the
roughly
the Dr. Applesauce beef that you had going on with
Yeah, because
what I thought was beef, but it wasn't.
Solo leveling was going to win anime of the year, and that free run wasn't going to win anime of the year because free run was boring, and I was right, and I made a lot of people mad.
Will
just saying.
Oh gosh. Okay. So you guys know how we like to get off topic. Let's try to stay on topic this week. First, we're going to talk about anime pirate sites were down. A lot of sites, well, not just anime pirate sites, any kind of site was down. It seemed to be.
Y2K.
If you get on your phone,
plus
Y2K.
25 years. Anybody watching this old enough to remember Y2K?
First off, I wasn't. Well, I was born before, obviously. But I don't remember. I was
13 when it happened.
I know the joke about it, but the problem though is that for me, on the way to work, I was like, I rarely do this, but I'll try to like watch an anime in the morning here and there. And I was trying to watch one, and there's an anime I'm watching, and this one right here wasn't working. So I go to another site.
This one right here.
I go to another site. For me, I have multiple different sites that I use.
Yeah.
And I started going to a couple of them. Then what happened later on, which is weird, and Will's gonna give you the story behind this, guys, but I went to look at recipes. Thanksgiving's coming around the corner for y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, I understand this, but Thanksgiving's coming around the corner. I was looking for a certain recipe. Couldn't get into that. A lot of sites were down, and I did not know why until I saw the Dr. Applesauce video.
Fortunately for me, my broke boy days are over. So I actually pay for my subscription.
No, it's a firm stance against Crunchyroll.
I'm kidding. I'm not coming at you if you choose the pirate
you can
life.
Come at me.
Okay, whatever. I'm not mad at you for doing it. It's just, really, I'm just a lazy elitist that wants to sit on my couch and turn on my TV and have what I want to have. That's really what that's really what it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
Legitimate. I lived the broke boy life for so long. The penny pinching budget, every $10 matters. That now that I'm at a point where I've built this business to where, like, I'm not saying that I'm rich, but I have the ability to give my kids everything that they need and some of the things that they want. When I grew up, not even having all the things that I need, right? And so I can have my subscriptions and just do it from the comfort of my couch. And I'm going to always bust Kyle's balls for it because it's fun. But basically,
you have a weird fascination with my balls. I don't understand this, Will. I
don't know. Balls. I don't know. Anyways.
It's like low-hanging fruit or something. I don't know.
So as of you guys watching, you'll see this on a Monday. But as of us recording it, it was yesterday that a lot of people were trying to watch anime on various pirate sites, and they were all down. And so people started freaking out. Oh my God, it's the stigmata. It's the end of times, blah, 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 blah. And obviously I played into the clickbait and made a video saying like, hey, all the anime pirate sites were shut down. And I'll be honest, when I saw the first report of it, there was the little Uncle Dursley inside of me went, justice.
And a little fear inside of me. That's
Uncle Dursley went justice, but then the conspiracy theory part of me was like, oh, I don't know, is this good? So what happened was all of those sites went down, and there's actually a rational explanation behind it, but then it goes a little further. That's actually kind of trippy, and I'll kind of touch on an article and read on it. But basically, what happened is there's this hosting platform. So I'm just trying to keep it simple for everybody, called Cloudflare. And basically, Cloudflare works as a buffer zone between the internet and a website. Okay, so you have the internet where like everything's at, and then you have the website that you're trying to get to, and then you're accessing through the internet to the website. Cloudflare works as a buffer zone between those two things. And if that buffer zone isn't working, you can be on the internet, but you can't get through the buffer zone to the website.
Lots of hand motions there.
Yeah. So Cloudflare Cloudflare had an issue for whatever reason. There's like memes going. I don't know if they're real or like memes of a tweet going around that somebody posted like from the Cloudflare HQ, like, hey, first day as an intern, pushed a little update. Hope everything goes well.
That's a good one. I like that.
But so something happened and Cloudflare went down and it caused the vast majority of like anime pirate sites, manga, manhwa pirate sites to go down, as well as a ton of other stuff like Spotify, ChatGPT, Canva, Verizon.
Simple recipe websites. Like
I was looking for I was doing research for videos and the site Dextro.io or whatever it is, that was down. So just
that's
whole
a social
bunch
media one though too. So that's crazy.
A ton of websites went down because of this, right?
Okay.
And then so there's an interesting point, and then there's something that happened afterwards. The interesting thing is the Cloudflare goes down and almost immediately Crunchyroll starts trending on everything. Yeah. Crunchyroll is like searches for Crunchyroll skyrocketed. Users on Crunchyroll skyrocketed. And it just goes to show, hey, when all the pirate sites go down, everybody goes to Crunchyroll, and that's a good thing. But listen, I think that's a good thing, but it's also a scary thing because we don't want all the power being in a couple big companies, right? You put all the power in one or two companies, and then they can dictate how they want things to be, which is honestly,
they've already proven to do that.
Yeah, which is honestly the direction things are going. So it's interesting, good stuff and bad stuff. And before we talk about like what's happened after that, like
I think one thing was good about it though. It does show the power of anime. If you made Crunchyroll trending with an internet shutdown, and this is like in the morning when this happened.
In the morning, yeah.
People are watching anime in the morning. I'm not the only one. Dude, that's amazing to think about. But the sad thing is though, is that they went to Crunchyroll. And it's just too much power in their hands. I think it's gonna inflate their ego. It might drive whatever force they have going forward with this. I just hope people can realize that it's not so bad having your anime all in one site. It's not. No, I know it's not realistic, but the pirate life's not so bad. I like it. Yeah, no, I understand, but I really do feel like it's going to be a problem leading forward. And that was a great point by you put up.
It's an interesting thing that happened because it's interesting to see that obviously there's a large amount of people that are using pirate websites because you see this giant influx in Crunchyroll usage, right? And, you know, right in correlation with these events happening.
More views on pirate than it is on actual Crunchyroll. Yeah. Even Disney Plus.
So it's interesting to see that, but then the flip side of that is that's kind of scary, right? Like to see that, like, because like we said, we don't want all of that power going to one singular company. Like we want, and we know that all these companies are like obviously against pirate websites because I think the estimates are something like it costs the anime industry like $5 billion a year or something.
Oh, I think it's way more than that.
$50 billion a year or something like that. Like it costs the anime industry a ton of money, these pirate sites. And so there's, you know, things that have been implemented to try and push, you know, to stop it, especially with the release of like, you know, theatrical releases that are becoming more and more prevalent now. You're seeing like studios trying to make examples of people that are uploading these theatrical releases to pirate sites early. So it was a very interesting thing to see.
So far what it says, the rough estimate could be around 29 billion.
Wow.
It could cost, and then potentially money. Over 230,000 jobs. Yeah. But so far this is apparently just for the US.
That's a lot of money.
It says it can do about 2 trillion JPY, that's their Japanese currency. Yeah. So of annual damage per Japanese industry. Yeah. That is, there is a damage. There is a damage to it. Like I said, that's why for me, I try to make sure I give my money to the manga writers. Like if I can, if I love the anime, you get it. If you have a trash anime, I'm sorry, but you don't.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a lot of money. And I'm always going to be on the fence of like, hey, I just want people to enjoy anime. Like whatever you got to do to enjoy it, I want you to enjoy it. Cause like I said, I definitely have lived the life where every $10 in the budget made a big difference. And you know, you have to stretch every penny and you have to stretch every dollar. So I totally get it. but the next thing that happened, which was really interesting, this developed today. I would have liked to have made a video about it, but by the time I saw it, like I try to typically work 9 to 5, and like after 5, unless it's like a huge thing, I'm like, eh. But so all this happened yesterday, right? And so I said that like Cloudflare works as a buffer zone between the internet and websites for millions and millions and millions of websites. Cloudflare is not the only company that does that, but you know, because why the whole internet didn't go down, there were still websites that you could access, right? Well, this morning, Japanese courts ordered Cloudflare to pay $3.2 million in damages for allowing people to access pirate sites and watch pirated anime. And now because they're saying allowing, because this company can shut off those things. Now, here's where I'm not certain. Did Japan have anything to do with this? Was this was this prompted by Japan, or did Japan prompt this this issuance of this fine after this happened yesterday? So it says the Tokyo. I'll read a little bit about this. The Tokyo District Court on Wednesday, which is today as we're recording this, ordered Cloudflare to pay $3.2 million to major Japanese publishers after the U.S. firm was accused of hosting servers for manga piracy sites. So they're hosting these servers for piracy websites, right? If there's any legal precedent that that's illegal, then it could be a big issue, right? If they can find a way, like where piracy,
they have a case.
New.
Yeah, there's a case for him. But what was the number you said they lost? Or no, what's the number they're asking for?
Ordered to pay $3.2 million.
$3.2 million. That seems very, very light.
Yeah, right. But here's
3.2 when they're missing, was it trillions of Japanese yen dollars?
This is just for manga sites, though. This is just for manga sites.
Okay.
Piracy is a long-running problem for Japan's internationally renowned manga industry. Again, this is just for manga, with publishers saying they lose millions in revenue as a result. 4 major publishing firms, Kodansha, Shueisha, Shogakukan, and Kodakawa, huge manga publishing firms, accused Cloudflare of copyright infringement for its role in hosting sites that distribute pirated copies of manga titles. This would be akin to if we owned, say we owned a, I don't know, say we owned a hardware store, or say we owned a pawn shop, right? And we were selling stolen goods. And it could be proven that we were selling those stolen goods. You could be liable for that, right? You can control whether or not you're allowing these quote unquote stolen goods to be sold. The companies filed a suit in Tokyo in 2022. So this has been a long time coming, apparently. The court ruling orders Cloudflare to pay a total of 500 million yen. They said in a joint statement, calling the decision significant. Cloudflare provides a server for 2 massive manga piracy sites that distribute over 4,000 manga titles without permission and rack up 300 million views a month. That's wild. The 4 publishers have requested Cloudflare to stop providing its services for a piracy site before all this crap, blah, blah, and blah, 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 blah. But the U.S. firm continues to do it. So here's the interesting thing. This is just for like a one isolated event, right? So like, if they pay this, or if they settle this, it sets a precedent for it to happen again and again.
It gets the ball rolling. And it's a little scary.
Yeah.
Can you list some of the companies?
This was just for manga. This was just for manga. This wasn't having anything to do with anime.
Can you list the publishers one more time? Because you said Kodakawa.
Kodansha, Shueisha, Kodakawa, and Shuketsu.
Okay. All right. Because I want to see if there was any correlation with that. So far, all I can find right now, I was thinking once again, it's Sony. Kodakawa, they own 10% stake of that. Aniplex a little bit. I think it's more with the
if there's
music.
An umbrella company that has their fingers in all of them.
And then Bandai. So far only Kodakawa was in that kind of thing. Like I said, it's only 10% stake on that. So I was thinking about that, and I looked at also who owns Cloudflare. That's owned by BlackRock. For those who don't know, it's
evil ass company.
It's pretty much the company that just rules the entire, not even the U.S., but practically the world almost. And it's based out in, isn't it it's in New York. It's like, isn't it like in like what's the area I'm thinking of?
The financial district, Wall Street.
Yeah, Wall Street.
Manhattan?
Thank you. That's
I don't know.
Yeah, it's located in Wall Street, and that right there kind of says a lot too. I mean, they probably making a lot of money through this.
Yeah,
but
so $3 million is really
nothing to them. But it does set a precedent, like Will did say, that it's if you just take a little chip a little chip out of it, you can start wearing down the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that one thing that
How
they
do you
said
eat
in
an
Iron
elephant?
Man?
One bite at a time.
No, my favorite one, Iron Man 2. He said, if you can make God bleed, people will stop believing in him.
Ooh.
So if you can, you like that? Yeah.
Wow.
So what happened was why he was going after Iron Man so bad is because, like, he was just trying to make it like people stop believing in him.
Yeah.
So if you can kind of go after these sites, maybe instead of going after individual sites, taking one by one, because there's gonna be another site coming up. Why don't you go almost not to the source,
but the thing that's allowing the access.
That's allowing it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that's a chip that's making these anime sites bleed.
Yeah.
And that's a great way of thinking about it. I don't know how I feel about this because like for me, I'm not a big fan of like using pirate sites. I'm not a big fan of it. I like the fact this is one thing having all my anime on one site. I also like the fact that I'm not a big fan of Crunchyroll and what they're doing. It's just I don't know. It's yes convenience, but at the same time, is it right? No, it's wrong 100%. But it's just it's the way times are now, and not all the sites were down, but most of them are at the time. They're all back up now, if you're wondering.
Mm-hmm.
But it does make me think. I do like that. I do like the fact what you said because that's crazy to think about. That they're only going after that small amount, which obviously they know they can get that amount from them. For them,
makes you think it might be strategic, right?
Yeah, it's
like,
such a small amount.
But
then like, oh, we got this. We can get you on this. We can get you on this, and it's just like.
And then you're setting a precedent for case law, where like you've done multiple things, and then now you can you can hit them with a number that's like, okay, you have to pay attention to this now. Like
very interesting.
You can't just make this go away. I don't know if that's what's happening, but I find it interesting that the news came out the day after Cloudflare had its outages. Like
making you think they were ready for this or preparing for something like this, or
I don't know. It could be.
They're just going straight for it. Like it's again, like I said, low hanging fruit. They're just like, hey, let's go after it now. This is our time. Let's jump.
Yeah,
could be
coincidence, but that is something very interesting that happened in the anime community this week. And I'm gonna rant tangentially for a second because I don't know. I want to. But I made a video on it, and this is just going to be me complaining to Kyle, and everybody listening can get an insight on what it's like to be a full-time content creator, right?
Yes.
So, like, what do you guys listening? What do you think is the point of making videos, right? One, as an actual creative, the point is because it's fun and it's enjoyable. But when you're a full-time creator, what do you want? You need views, right? You want your videos to do well. Or you want the videos to help people. Like they have to, at some level, do well. I'm not saying every video needs to be viral, but they need to do well at some point to justify.
Are you talking about like validation? Is that
no. I'm just talking about like things that you need. Your videos have to do well. You're creating videos in such a way for them to do well, right? So you word things certain ways. You grab people's attention certain ways, and a lot of people that aren't creators, that aren't content creators, incorrectly use the term clickbait. I challenge everybody to Google what clickbait is, and it is defined by something that gets you to click. It's a neutral term.
Yeah, but you mean they're taking clickbait and switching it with rage bait?
They're taking clickbait as it's a bad thing. Oh, you clickbaited me. If you clicked on the video, then you were clickbaited, regardless of what the reasoning is. The thing is that people don't understand is negative clickbait. The clickbait that people get mad about is when you say, hey, here's a video about cute puppies, and you click on it and it's rhinos mating season in Africa, right? I don't freaking
send me the link. Send me the link.
That's negative clickbait, where the what causes the person to click is not what's in the video, right?
Okay.
Long-winded about this, right? So I made my video yesterday about the piracy sites going down, right? So I'm like, if you see a video and the first thing you see is like, oh, wow, all the manga website or all the anime websites stopped working today.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going. Okay.
Or, hey, all the anime pirate sites got shut down today, but it's not for the reason you think. Which one makes you want to like, maybe I'll pay attention for another 10 seconds. That's what I did. And then within 10 seconds, I said this was actually an issue with the hosting platform. Cloudflare started to break it down, right? So I was really trying to like explain it well, and I should be used to this by now, but again,
it got you, man. I
love all of y'all listening. I love all the people on the internet, but there are some brain dead people on the internet, man.
I think Will just waits for us to record these podcasts just so he can vent, man. I'm here, Will. I'm here for you, buddy. I understand. We've been through the same
people
things
on the internet, dude, that like,
yeah,
they don't pay attention. And so within the first 15 seconds of this video, I'm explaining this is what's going on with Cloudshare and why this happened. Dude, the amount of comments I got in this one thread, people being like, you're a clickbait whore, you're terrible, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, can you guys not watch 15 seconds? Can't watch 15 seconds. Well, yeah, but you said they shut down. Yeah, and you kept watching, right?
But they did, though. I mean, they did. They were shut down.
They were shut down. Yeah, they were literally shut down.
People could you access it? No.
Well, you can't access it, but it was still up. But
no, it was not.
Nobody can get access to it. Therefore, it's shut down. So that's my rant for the evening. People on the internet are weird.
That's crazy to think about because I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. So first off, you phrased it, smart because you knew what you were doing, but at the same time, you weren't lying.
Right.
I mean, you weren't lying. You knew what you were doing, though. You knew you were going to get some people, and it wasn't a rage bait thing. It was in some form of sense. It almost was like a clickbait, but it was more of what we call as a content creator a hook.
Yeah,
that's what you did. You grabbed their attention, you hooked them, and that's it. So it's not a clickbait. You just hooked them. And if you're upset about that, I don't know. That's crazy
funny
to think about.
I always find it funny.
No,
people on the internet are funny. That's a nice way to put it.
Dude, what is funny? What is funny is Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Our next topic, dude. This that right here, insane.
Is wild.
I
watched the first 2 episodes, and I was rolling with laughter. And my wife so it was me and my best friend. My wife's in there, and she's like, "What are you guys watching?"
It is so dumb, but good.
It's dumb, but good.
But actually good.
But relatable. And it's like,
yeah, like, sort of.
If the massive nerd who wanted to be a Power Ranger or a vigilante actually did everything that he could to try and become Batman.
The undertones are really nice. I like that. So Will wanted to talk about it in a certain episode. I think it was like 2 episodes ago. I was like, I haven't seen it. Let me watch it. Then a buddy of mine at work told me to watch it, and he's like, dude, you gotta watch it. So I was like, if 2 people that I talk specifically anime to are telling me to watch it, I'm usually giving them recommendations, and they're telling me to watch it. I gotta watch it. Started watching the first episode. I was like, wow, beautiful. It's just like, it's stupid.
It's hilarious.
Amazing animation.
Yeah.
Somewhat good soundtrack. Like the soundtrack actually did convey emotions a little bit, kind of helped and push the boundaries of especially when he's getting upset, when he's getting angry, when he's trying to be a hero. Love the first episode. It was so good. Yeah. For those who haven't seen this anime, let me give you a brief synopsis of what this anime is about. So Tojima, if you can't tell by the title, he wants to be a Kamen Rider. So
Kamen Rider is like an old school Japanese anime or TV show, and he was like a superhero, like I think Power Rangers, but different.
Yeah, and I definitely got Power Rangers vibes when I watched it. That's why I liked watching it. That's why I enjoy it. But he's obsessed with being a Kamen Rider. Wants to be a Kamen Rider. That's all he thinks. Then one day, a girl takes him out behind the school. You know what happens?
To preface, it starts off with him narrating about this, and he's punching a tree. And he's narrating this as he's 40 years old. So he's narrating this as a 40-year-old. And then he's training, beating, destroying this tree. And then a grizzly bear comes up on him, and he's like, I never became Kamen Rider, but at some point I got to where I fight grizzly bears in my spare time. And he beats the brakes off of a grizzly bear as he's telling his origin.
Takes him down.
Yeah.
A big full-grown bear comes out, and he's like, oh, it's just a bear. No one in their right mind would say that. So that kind of definitely lets you know how this man thinks. But she takes him behind the school, and anyone who's watched anime knows exactly what's going to happen. She confesses. Turns out, though, the whole school is watching. This is because she lost a bet. She is forced to do a confession to him. He says yes. Turns out it's a joke. All a prank.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a prank by the school bullies. Like she's one of the school bullies' girlfriend or something.
Then he runs away. She ends up finding him. And guess what? She apologized and said, oh, we get this mysterious kind of thing. Dude, we're back in. Okay, buddy, don't give up on her. Get this mysterious vibe about you. And you're kind of like a good guy. Guess what happens after that? Another set of bullies come from a different school. beats the brakes off him. My favorite part, oh, dude, when he catches the fist,
you're
like,
missing.
we're in it.
You're missing the best parts. So
no, we're not. What are you talking about? These are the best parts.
You're missing the best parts of that. So the next day, a set of bullies from another school come and they.
We're not even there. We're not even there yet.
Yeah,
that's next. No, he beats the brakes off of him. Then they come to his school the next day. Yeah. So he catches the fist, boom, punches the guy, breaks his nose immediately, right? But the best part about it, though, is the next day. He brings an entire gang. The school brings an entire gang, and he's the only one that goes out and faces them. Only one. And guess what? They all beat the crap out of him. So they take the girl and start walking away. She screams out his name.
This is the same girl that pulled the joke on him the day before, too.
He gets up. And I don't know why, even talking about it right now, he's giving me goosebumps. I don't know why. When he stood up, first off, takes off his shirt, has a tattoo of a Kamen Rider thing.
It's not even tattoo. It's permanent marker.
It's just a permanent marker.
He has the Kamen Rider little
belt. Show bit.
Yeah.
You know, his moves.
Kamen Rider belt, like, drawn on his stomach and does, like, the Kamen Rider, like, transformation. After getting beaten up by, like, these 20 dudes.
And then beats them up.
He destroys them all.
Wins the girl, practically. But then decides that he still wants to be a Kamen Rider. Like the fact is, like, you know, it's not him. He wants to be a Kamen Rider. Goes his whole life still thinking he's a loser. He's a nobody. To then one day find out that the people that he doesn't like, you know, in the Kamen Rider TV show, which is Shocker, finds out they're actually real.
Or there's villains that, like, there's bad guys that are like him. That, like, the bad guy always goes, I always preferred Shocker anyways. And so there's bad guys that are, like, modeling their
always rooting for the bad guy,
Shocker, right?
Mm-hmm. Where this anime started getting traction, like I said, it was good. It was good, but I was like, why is this anime getting so much? Like, why is this anime getting so much attention? Why is everyone talking about it? Then you saw episode 2.
Yeah.
And with episode 2, it's a befitting name because there's 2 reasons why everyone liked it. Holy crap. The bench press scene, if those who don't know what we're talking about, watch Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, watch the bench press scene.
Well,
that right there makes a good scene.
So
then when she transforms.
What's interesting is the juxtaposition, because in episode 1, like, as an adult, this thing happens where these villains are beating up, like, a vendor at a festival, and he sees, like, so he's dressed in normal clothes, right? He sees a Kamen Rider's, like, child's mask, like the cheap plasticky flimsy that has, like, the elastic rubber band. So he goes and grabs it and puts it on, and it, like, covers up his face, like, right here. And so it's so comical.
It's doing absolutely nothing. It's doing nothing. It's so cute, dude.
And I love it. He's beating up these bad guys, and then the next day he gets confronted by a chick who, like, thinks
I can't remember her name, but I know she goes by Tackle.
I can't remember her name. Tack. But she has like an actual outfit, which is funny.
Oh no, but she also believes she's Tack.
Yes.
Like she's full hearted. So they're meant to be. But what I thought was weird though is she's 24, he's 40. So if they did get together, which at the same time I'm rooting for it, it's a little weird.
A little older.
A little weird.
But what's funny is she's
not as weird as she's a teacher and her student is obsessed with her. Dude, his daydreams. I'm not gonna lie.
She changes into her Kamen Rider outfit right in the middle of the street. She doesn't, and
it was a lot. And I'm talking about, like, this was a lot. There was a lot. It's ungodly amount. Like, we talk about Togenanki. This would fit perfectly with Togenanki.
Oh, that's what I was like. Oh, this scene would go great in Togenanki. No,
100%.
The comedic relief is hilarious because she has this student that's, like, crazy about her. And she just so happens to, like, put on her Kamen Rider outfit right in front of him. And he thinks he's the only one that knows. And so, like, he has like these insider thoughts that's like, oh, she's like, I'm the only one that knows of this. I'm keeping her secret for her. He thinks she's going to fall in love.
She comes up to him and goes like, shh, this is our little secret. Come on. All right. Anyone who's had a crush on their teacher, which I'm pretty sure
hardcore.
Everyone has had a crush on their teacher. I had a crush on my math teacher when I was a kid. Like let's be honest. All right.
I had a crush on my Spanish teacher. I remember her name. It was Miss Stolfus.
Que pasa? Hey, amigo. That's beautiful. That is something that anyone could relate to. That's what I like about this anime, because it's so relatable. It's so relatable.
And it's so funny.
Undertones of, like, yes, it is meant because, like, he never gave up on his dream. But it's funny. It's relatable. And the animation?
It's good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy
it makes me
that
wonder
this
why.
obscure anime out of nowhere has better animation than One Punch Man.
Oh, Will, I was going so long. Why? I was hoping. I was like, I knew once I brought up animation, I knew
offended. I am offended.
I know
But
you're
anyways,
offended.
the animation is really cool. Like it's not
thing
like
about this,
drop dead gorgeous, like
no,
like stuff like that we've got in JJK and Chainsaw Man and like Blue Box from Studio Wit, but it's really good.
Better than I was expecting because
Mhm.
I ripped this anime off. Like I wasn't even gonna watch it.
I wasn't
was
gonna
not
watch
watch
it either. I was like,
when I saw the trailer, I was like,
0% interested in this, and then I
I've
started
never
seeing
been
clips.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of like the Kamen Rider kind of stuff, or like them. Even was it One Punch Man? If you want to bring it up, since we're talking about, was it Moomin Rider or something like that?
Yeah.
I've never been like the whole rider mentality. I never really was a fan of that. Even with Power Rangers, I liked Power Rangers as a kid, but it just got very repetitive for me. Like same thing with like Magical Girls and all. I'm not a big fan of stuff like watching that. It's very repetitive.
Tangent.
So,
have you ever watched Madoka Magica?
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, sort. I watched the first episode, and I just felt like I should have been on something for that.
The first episode doesn't count. It's 12 episodes. Nut up and watch it. It's crazy.
Will, I ain't nutting up anything. Okay, I have a nut allergy when it comes to Madoka Magica. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's so good.
No EpiPens, nothing. I'm gonna tell you right now.
So good.
No, I watched the first episode, and I'm like, this is. I kid you not, this was 100% me watching it. That's it. I had no idea. I was like, what is going on?
So when the animation gets really weird, it's when they go into the witch's domain that
Right.
animation gets. So it's illustrating they're in a different world.
Compared to 2B Hero X, I don't care. Ain't gonna watch it.
Oh my god! But this was made like 30 years ago.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to compare to that, it's like, oh, it's like 2B Hero X. It's not gonna make me watch it. Nut allergy.
This is the guy that watches everything, and he won't watch 12 episodes of Madoka Magica.
Whoa.
Wow.
As long if the Gunner scale, that's what we go off of.
Well,
all right. If
Madoka Magica isn't a Gunner anime. They're like 13-year-old girls. And
so that means Kyle doesn't watch it. That's just prime reason. No, honestly, I just felt weird watching it. I really did. The dub was a little bit horrendous. I probably would watch it sub then.
I think I watched it in dub. Man, we just went off to a whole nother anime. Anyways.
No. Yeah. Okay.
I understand what you're getting. The whole magical. I'm not a big fan of the magical girl trope. There is a lot of Kamen Rider trope. Like that's what made me write it off. But then seeing some of the clips that were hilarious, it gave me Golden Boy funny vibes, like, old school funny, borderline ecchi anime, like comedy vibes.
Oh, Golden Boy was not borderline.
Yeah, Golden Boy is definitely full on. Where is it at?
Dude, the best. Honestly, if I had to pick my favorite,
Old School Goon Squad.
Dang, I need to get that, dude.
DVDs,
my favorite,
baby.
My favorite, what was it? Side story. What would you call those? Because like it's a different story each time.
And Golden Boy?
Yeah,
it's just episodic.
Okay, so my favorite episodic kind of scene from Golden Boy would have to be the swimming episode.
Oh, yes. The beast inside of you has awoken. The beast inside of me.
Or, I mean, if I had to rank them, it would be probably a swimming episode, but close to it would be motorcycle or the first episode. Those ones are very, very close. Yeah. After that, the Yazuka one was okay.
The motorcycle episode is wild.
That's why I was like, that is crazy.
There's somebody that's made taken all 6 episodes and put them together into one 2.5 hour movie on YouTube. So you can go watch
that person. Person.
We watched it. We were at a hotel out of town at a convention and we watched it. It's just hilarious. And I hadn't watched it in a while. And the motorcycle episode is wild. But yeah, the
dub was amazing though.
On Golden Boy is hilarious. The second episode where he's the tutor for the mob boss's daughter.
Didn't really care for that
one. Pretty freaking funny.
Even though it has the best dub moment of practically any series. When she falls down and he grabs onto the Oppa.
She's a C cup.
Best. Like, you can't watch the anime and not be happy. Like, it's definitely the most bingeable, rewatchable anime.
The most classic scene is the toilet bidet scene from episode 1, where he's cleaning it and goes, This is my queen's toilet. My queen sits here. And then he hits the he's like, my queen. It's so wrong.
If you've never heard of Golden Boy and don't know what we're talking about, I guarantee you've seen the scene. First off, it's probably one of Will's favorite clips to ever use. It's if you see a blonde woman, older
scene
anime, she spits into his mouth and goes,
ah. Yeah, and he catches it.
I mean, who would?
Funny story. I have I have a gay friend who he loves like BL manga and stuff. Really good dude. And he recommended a show to me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. I was like, oh, I like this. And I posted something about Golden Boy, and he was like, oh, I've never seen this. I was like, watch it. It's hilarious. Not really thinking about that his humor probably wouldn't line up with mine, right? And so he watches an episode and he messages me. He's like, what the hell are you having me watch? I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot Madam President was in episode 1. And there's a lot of really sus stuff that happens in episode 1.
It's just good. Just peak culture right there.
Golden Boy's classic.
But another thing that's good right now, and we've talked about multiple times, is Gacha Kuda. I mean, whatever they are.
The other day. They're in
the they're cooking in the kitchen is beautiful.
They're in the full-on Cleaners versus was it the Raiders?
Yes.
Cleaners versus Raiders arc, which is really, really good.
Gacha Kuda is one of those animes that just it makes me think if you took like Dora Horo and Fire Force, put them together. Now, don't get me wrong, Fire Force, was it Fire Force or was it Hell's Paradise she also helped worked on? So, no, it was Soul Eater, right?
She was the assistant for the mangaka that created Fire Force.
Okay, so you can kind of see those two mashed together. So you can definitely see the inspiration, but it's got like that grittiness of Doro. But then when you see, especially also the post-apocalyptic kind of style, but then when you see like Fire Force or even Soul Eater, that kind of like that art style and the way the characters are and like the writing definitely is. And whatever they're doing, keep it up. It's so good.
I've been saying it's such an interesting new take on shonen because the power system is so new and it's so unique. But, and this will be a tiny spoiler. It's not really any plot points. I'm not going to use any names or anything. But you go through, we're like what? Like episode 14 or something like that into it. And
sure, actually.
We're over 12 episodes in.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing this power system, and the power, if you haven't been watching Gacha, the power system essentially is like
20 episodes in, actually. Will
we're in 20 episodes in already?
Yeah. Wow. Episode 20 is coming out soon. Actually.
Okay. So basically the power system in Gacha is people have, or if you're a giver, it's not, so a giver is somebody that has the power to have a vital instrument. And a vital instrument is it's a thing, it's an object that's like really, really dear to you. And then because you have this object that's dear to you, and you're a giver, you have access to Anima, and Anima can turn this vital instrument into a weapon with like special powers and stuff, right? So you have this special system. And all this cool stuff is happening. And then you get to an episode that just happened recently, and all these fights and everything, but something that you never see guns. You never think about that either. You never think about that. You never see guns. And
I thought we did on the first episode. Was it? Was when those people took? No. It was one of those people that stole Rudo. Weren't they trying to kidnap him? Oh, I need to check this out real quick. But
I don't think so.
Okay.
If you do see them, you very rarely see them. But so what I'm getting at is you see this whole power system, right? It's very cool and fantastical. And then you get an episode where a character is getting whooped and about to lose, and she runs out of power and pulls out a gun and starts shooting people and winning her fights. And it's like, it's hard to explain. You have to be watching it because it's just like, wow, you have this whole complex power system, and then somebody has a gun that's obviously very, very rare in their world, and it essentially just trumps all these other powers.
Right.
I thought it was very
100%. But what if someone's ability was able to do that, though?
What if somebody had a gun for their vital instrument?
Yeah, because I mean, it's whatever you give a lot of attention and care to.
Yeah.
So far, I'm not seeing the people if they had a gun or not, which I'm pretty sure you're correct on that. I just thought they did. I thought they had something to overpower him, but I don't think they did. I think they just like promised him something or something. I can't remember how they lured him. But this is an anime I thought should be a 12 episode anime. I thought it should have been 12 episodes.
I think it was 24.
24,
no break, which is awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The fact that they split up in 2 different cores, I thought it was cool. But usually some people take a break. They did no break. They did the first core, and now they're on the second core.
Love that.
Loving every second of it.
You know what? When it comes time for the anime awards, they will have a full 24 episodes to have built story, which might put them at an advantage over other shows.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, because when we do talk about the anime awards, there's a 100% like we already know what's going to be. And like it's like right on the nose. But another anime I want to talk about is that I'm currently watching is the My Status as an Assassin obviously exceeds the heroes.
I've watched the
Great
first 2
show.
episodes. Does it stay consistent and stay good?
Yes, but it kind of does fall into your
typical.
If I had to put in like, yeah, I wouldn't say trash isekai, but typical. Sort of. It's very, very predictable on the story. I mean, when it comes to him building a harem, when it comes to, I mean, potentially, I mean, like the elf girl instantly falling in love with him.
Yeah.
Then there's episode. You're cool with me kind of ruin it a little bit. It's not like a big spoiler, but
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's episode 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure it's 4, where they actually go back to her land. He has a chance to be teleported anywhere he wants. Potentially, he has a potential. Like, so he goes and fights this cat in this dungeon, who's boss. Once he defeats that, he gets a teleportation thing. He can go anywhere he wants as long as he thinks about it. He's like, I might have the potential to go back home then. If he thinks hard enough, he might have it. He's like, no, I made a promise to her. Let me focus on her first. He's going to take her back to her home. So he does that. Finding out that she was actually
putting deposits in that bank, baby.
Oh, definitely will. So what he's doing right now is he's going back to her place, right? Instantly gets surrounded by people, but does a little soul leveling thing. When they go to when they get teleported into the snow biome area, and he catches the arrow from the elf. Little thing like that happened. So I'm like, I liked it because you did say it did feel like soul leveling at certain times to you. So
I felt like it could be in the solo leveling universe. Like I was watching episode 1 and I was like, dude, if something happened and like Sung Jin-woo popped up at the end of this episode and I'm like, oh, this is in the solo leveling universe, I would not be surprised. That's how I felt.
So that happened. Turns out her sister kicked her out because they thought that she did a healing spell on her that actually poisoned her, and they thought she was bad luck for the whole tribe, and so they kick her out. She comes back. Turns out the sister had, trauma, and the spell kind of like over her to not realize what actually happened. That story right there just seemed, and when you watch it, it seems blah. Like I would say not good at all. Not good. But how predictable it's going to be, how not really world building I was expecting to be compared to Gachi Akuta. Gachi Akuta's world building is phenomenal.
Because it's a completely original concept, yeah.
Versus this one, I'm not big fan of it. Still good, still enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but it does feel like it's very predictable. I can kind of tell how it's going to end up. I feel like he's going to potentially build a harem, or he's going to. I mean, I think recently he just proposed to the elf girl, so hopefully he sticks with one girl. Hopefully,
interesting.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't watched the episode. It's going fast, and I don't know how they're going to do 12 episodes of this, or potentially do multiple seasons. That one has me a little bit weirded out. But one anime, actually, I'll talk about. This is the final one before we get into the anime of the year. This anime I watched recently has been out for a while. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called No Longer Allowed in Another World. It is another isekai, but watching it, I thought it was going to be good. I had hopes. First off, it has ecchi in it too. It has that, catch you right off the Gunner scale. But it really is about this guy who wants to die. He's trying to die with his lover. Gets isekai'd. Truck-kun comes out of nowhere, gets isekai'd. I thought they did a great concept with Truck-kun. Truck-kun comes to people who didn't have, anything going on in life, and it's like their summoning ritual for them. This truck comes out of nowhere, hits you, and teleports you to this world. Well, what's been going on is that this Truck-kun's like not out of gas. It's just going full force. It's running into everybody practically because there are people from other world coming here. They're called otherworlders. Like so many people. And everyone sees otherworlders as bad people because they abuse their abilities and their gifts. Honestly, very, very, relatable on how that would be then. Understandable. The problem with this, though, is that he wanted to die with this lover. Didn't end up doing that. By the end of the first episode, he's like, wait a second, I need to find my lover because she might have been here because they were tied by the wrist. They're about to jump into a river. And he's like, she might be here. He had a reason to live.
Dual seppuku.
So what happened was he's like, I have a reason to live. I was like, okay, cool. This might actually be good. Episode 2, he's ready to kill himself again. Episode 3, he's ready to die. Episode 4, he's ready to die. So I'm at episode 7. Every single episode, he's like, I can't wait. I accept death. I'm ready for death. I was like, episode 1, you had me hooked. You're like, he had a reason to live. And now you just gone away with it. So is he looking for his lover, which he's going on a quest looking for his lover, but he also wants to die. Make it make sense. Oh, that's just how his character is. That's how he accesses his abilities and stuff like that. No. It's called stupid, and you're filling in plot holes right there, buddy. I'm not a big fan of that one.
Who was one of the original anime characters to get killed by a truck? Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho.
So did he get isekai'd though?
Well, I mean, he didn't get isekai'd. He got killed and then turned into a spirit detective, and then committed to be a spirit detective, and so they brought him back to life. So
I've never seen this show. I just know it's amazing. Will, I know you know I have bad taste. Okay, but I've never seen that show. I just I want to talk about the anime awards now. Not to piss off Will, we're gonna talk about the anime awards, people. I will watch it someday, Will. I really will. Isn't that your favorite show of all time?
It's my top 3. Favorite show is Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, and then Cowboy Bebop, and then
no, I'm sorry. Cowboy Bebop is my favorite show. Full Metal Alchemist is my number 2, and Yu Yu Hakusho is my number 3.
Okay,
and then my favorite movie of all time is Akira. Yeah,
true.
So I'm actually gonna finish this arm. So I have a Full Metal Alchemist piece right here. And then I'm going to finish this out. So the same guy that did this, which this is like 3 months healed, by the way, and it looks so great.
Looks great.
I'm going to have, I'm going to finish out the rest of my arm here, like all the way here down. Same style with Cowboy Bebop and Yu Yu Hakusho, and get all that rounded out. My 3 favorites.
I kind of think I know the answer to this, but do you ever think about, hey, maybe one day when I'm older, I'm going to think like, man, this is stupid?
No.
I think so too.
I'm not saying I don't think about it. I think I never think I'll think that way.
Yeah,
because it's all important to me, right?
One thing that's like, oh no, 100%, I agree with that. Definitely important. So one thing that stopped me from getting anime tattoos, because there's certain ones I want, but one thing that stopped me is like, is this just a phase? I don't believe this is a phase.
Well, I've been watching anime for 24 years, so it's not just
I'm going
a phase for me.
What is that? I'm like 8 years probably.
I mean, that's a substantial amount of time.
Or no. About 6 or 7 years probably. So I don't feel like it's a phase. I don't feel like it's a phase. So I feel like if I did get an anime tattoo when I'm like, say, 60 years old, I wouldn't be upset about it. I'm probably more upset about like, you know, why am I cold? Why can I hear? Why can't I do this or that? Right. You know, that's probably what I'm probably complaining about versus a tattoo on my arm. So I probably should just live a little. Probably should. But for those who are wondering, yes, it is time for us to start talking about the Anime of the Year awards. Because first off, a speculation, but also, I mean, if we're going from past history, Will was right. And so that's why I want to ask Will, because Will has been right in the past. Both of us have predicted, if you want to call it predictions, even though it was very educated guesses, about, say, One Punch Man or other animes that we thought was going to be good or not good. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. But most of the times we're right.
Most of the time we're right, guys. Most of the time.
Yeah. So I have a list right here in front of me of what people are speculating that are going to be the top anime or in the running for the top anime of the year. Yeah. Okay,
My Hero Academia of the final season.
See, that's I don't want to argue on that because I want that to be true. I want that to be true.
There's nothing that'll be.
But Will.
Now we have different categories, right? So I think 100% it's going to win best continuing anime. 100%.
I agree.
Right?
But
and then obviously it can't win best new anime.
So what I want to do with this is like what you just did right there. There's 12 animes on here. I want you to kind of guess, and I'll say what their rank is going to be. And if you don't agree with that, then tell me where you think they should be.
Yeah.
And then also, though, what if you think they could win if it's not, you know, this anime of the year? What do you think they could win? Because that was a great way of putting it. So whenever you feel like you have one, like you just said, My Hero Academia, is it on this list? So far, it is not on this list. It is
officially the highest ranked anime of 2025 now. It has surpassed Takapi's Original Sin, which is crazy.
I do believe as time goes on, this list is going to change. But so far as I'm seeing right now, these are just what people are speculating. Right, this is not a confirmed list for those who are wondering. So far, My Hero Academia is not on here, and I agree with you. What that's wrong.
Yeah,
that's wrong.
There's zero chance that it's not nominated.
If you had not do, I guess, anything that's going, well, there is one that's currently going on right now that's on here. That's interesting. If you had to put something, I guess, from previous seasons just to be safe, what would you put in there for anime of the year?
Solo Leveling Season 2, because Solo Leveling Season 1 is what won Anime of the Year last year, and a lot of people didn't understand that. But I don't know if it'll win because recency bias, it's gonna do the same thing that so recency bias is why Solo Leveling won Anime of the Year, because Season 2 was so epic, and that's what people were watching. But now if it gets nominated again, the recency bias is gonna play the other side. People haven't seen Solo Leveling, in so long, that there's these other shows that are going to be out that potentially are going to be more recent that people might want to vote for.
Solo Leveling is ranked number 7 so far.
Okay.
So I do believe Solo Leveling Season 2 was more enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
Watching
they were both great, but yeah.
Both great. But I think I enjoyed Season 2 more. And if you had asked my wife, because she was obsessed with it, non-anime watcher, loved it, I think she would agree with that too. What would you think would be another one, Will?
I think Gachi Akata is going to see some nominations for sure. Yeah.
Gachi Akata is not on this list so far, which again surprises me. Best
who's
new anime potentially
list?
That's a category.
The people that work at IMDb.
I'll tell you after we're gone through this list, because I think you're gonna laugh about this. But no, Gachi Akata is not on here.
Is Takabi's Original Sin on there?
Takabi's Original Sin is not on here either.
Yeah, whoever made this list, this is a bullshit list.
You see what I'm saying, dude? Because these are lists so far. I wish you could show me how many people.
Let me just make a list of what I think the Anime of the Year awards are going to be, and just put everything that's not actually going to. So let me just make the most rage bait list ever.
This list was made in October 15th, and 1,200 people have voted on this list.
Okay, that's not a lot.
So we'll see, but. What would be another one? There's one that's right on the nose. You said Solo Leveling. What would be the counterpart for that?
But Freerun didn't.
Number 2.
Freerun won't qualify.
No, because Freerun comes out in 2026, so that wouldn't count for the year.
And there was no Freerun.
Did they go by like the fall and winter seasons?
They changed it because it used to. So they changed it because it used to be like it was like September to September, some weird thing like that, and it was super confusing. And so last year they announced, hey, we're going to start doing Anime of the Year awards as a calendar year from January to December. But as of announcing this, you might think, well, what about the stuff that's from September to December that doesn't fall in that? So like for this 1 year, it's going to be everything from like whatever it was, September, October to December of the next year. So that was the last Anime of the Year awards that we had. This year, it'll be everything that's from January 1st to December 31st. And no Freerun came out in that time frame.
So it doesn't even qualify.
No, Freerun won't even qualify for a nomination.
What about someone says this is a better SAO alternative?
Shangri-La Frontier?
Correct. Well, my man, that's number 12.
I can see that. That's a good show.
If I'm being honest, no. The ones that we've listed,
it's just one of those shows.
It's a great show. Don't get me wrong.
It's entertaining. It's fun. It's pretty. It's cool.
It's niche driven. It's very, shonen popular driven, and that usually does very well. So if you want to go with Takabi's Original Sin, which I believe should be Anime of the Year, and if I'm being that guy, I think it's the best we've had storytelling wise.
I don't think it'll get it simply because
it won't. I'm realistic.
It won't have the number of votes. While it might be incredibly highly rated, more people will have watched something else than have watched that.
People don't even know about it.
Yeah.
When we talk about it, people don't know about it. So how about another one that at number 9, that it's a reoccurring anime. It just came back recently-ish.
Kaiju number 8.
Okay, that actually is on the list. That's number 6. Number 6.
Okay.
Now, what do you think that one would do well for Anime of the Year? Because so far with season 2, I've not actually heard anything and not seen anything.
It's good, but I don't think it's going to do anything compared to some of the other stuff that's coming out. Honestly.
Do you think there's any categories for it that would work?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was thinking like maybe soundtrack potentially, but that was season 1.
Yeah. Dan to Dan will probably Dan to Dan season 2 will probably be on there.
Dan and Dan is number 5.
Yeah.
And my favorite season of Dan and Dan was season 2 as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's so good. They transformed that show from season 1 to season 2 tremendously. Yep. And they did a great job of hooking you right at the end for anticipation for season 3.
Yep.
Now, am I okay with the censorship? Am I okay with censorship? No. Am I okay with the potential SAC and people want to call? Honestly, yeah. I'm fine with it because that's the way the show was written. That's the way it's supposed to be, and it conveys what the show is supposed to be.
Yep.
I don't like it. No, I don't think anyone should like it. But the thing is, it
conveys
makes you understand
the serious consequences behind what's actually happening. Right?
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, kind of situation. Like she put herself out there, ignorantly, not wanting to believe in this. He put himself there. They both. I mean, like I like how people want to talk about Momo's situation, but they don't ever talk about Okarun
had his balls stolen. Yeah.
I mean, when she says, "I want to suck on your dong" or something like that, we're just gonna do that, and like
nobody talks about that. But he's 16 years old too.
That's a granny.
But we only talk about Momo. What's up with that?
Yeah, like I said, both are wrong. But season 2, romance, amazing. Story, amazing. Character development, amazing. The fact how the story hasn't changed a beat from being interesting, funny, weird, and chaotic. Loved it. I said they just took that and dialed it up even better. The fact that there was a lot of controversial that happened with this season when it came to the soundtrack, when it came to the certain scenes that were in this, when it came to again, first I think it was first episode, Momo potentially essayed and stuff like that. The way they did this, very, very well. But also, everyone watches for Granny Psycho, Seiko. Yeah, that's a good reason. But the dub is amazing. If you haven't watched it,
the dub is fantastic. Yeah, is the Summer Hikaru died on there?
No, like I said, this list is, the more you keep on saying, the more I'm realizing this anime list is very
terrible.
Yes, but at the same time, I think
was it made by tourists?
I'm gonna say yes.
Probably.
The nice way to do it, I'm like, screw it. Will, it's nighttime. Me and Will, we're over it. This is a tourist-driven anime list. Because for me and you, we're coming at a point.
It's fun to talk about, right? But it's easy to look at and dissect and be like,
it gets views, it gets clicks. People most likely have seen this. I'll tell you what.
I would assume it's not an anime-based website, more of a pop culture, comic book, gamer website. Am I right on the money?
I think the website. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't want to say right now. The anticipation's just eating me up. So no, it's not.
Is it Mal? It can't be Mal.
No, it's not Mal. Mal would never do that. You know they would actually go deeper into it. No, so think of Mal and IMDb in between. That's where we're at right now. Okay. See, got Will thinking now. Here's the thing, though.
CBR.
I mean, you might have said it.
See, I know my stuff.
yeah. No, it's Ranker. This right
Ranker
here
does have some good anime lists on it. It does have some good, cool stuff, but there are some trash lists on there too.
But the one that's currently trending right now is this one, and it is very tourist driven, because for me and you, we've seen multiple animes and we like specific animes, but the thing is, our brains, just putting it bluntly, are open. We can actually think, we can process. Right. Versus when it comes to the tourist, we're like, oh no, this is the best anime of all time. This one right here. The one anime I do believe is going to win anime of the year, and it's because of just sheer numbers, Will. And it's the one anime you didn't talk about, and it's a movie.
Well, I mean, Demon Slayer can't win anime of the year because it's a movie. It can win best animated movie of the year, but anime of the year always goes to a series.
What about the training arc then?
Oh, I guess that. Well, no, because Hashira training arc was last year, right?
So if we're going off of what you talked about with Solo Leveling, Hashira training arc, I thought it was
Hashira training arc won awards last year, I believe, for like best animation, I think.
Right. So when it comes to that, and I think we should definitely look up when it came out. When it comes to your Solo Leveling theory and Demon Slayer, I think votes could be just seen, oh, it's Demon Slayer because we saw the movie, it's got to go that. But they're not realizing if it's Hashira training arc, which if we're correct on our timeline, that could put up a big biased situation for that. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Spy X Family is on the list.
Very well, Spy Family. I think Infinity Castle has a very, very good chance of winning movie of the year. And it could also win best animation. Or I mean, it should win best animation.
Oh, I agree with that. So the Hashira training arc came out. It premiered on May 12, 2024. Let's see, prior release in episode February 2024. English dub June 30th, 2024. So I guess it technically doesn't apply then.
I think it finished in like December.
So then whoever made this list,
is it casual?
Very casual then.
So did they put the Hashira training arc? Is that they put that on there, or did they just put Demon Slayer?
So Bleach was the one I was looking for continuation.
1,000 Year Blood War, yeah.
That was 9. ReZero, that was 10.
Okay.
Number 11 is very surprising, but I'm gonna go to number 8. One that this is when I knew it was a tourist, and I was like, this is why I need to talk to you about this, because number 8, Mashal. Magic and Muscles.
I mean, Mashal's fun. It has good music. It is a fun show.
But season 2?
No, season 2 is just. I mean, season 2 is enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, but no.
You see what I'm saying? And then number 11, which kind of gave me hope because I scrolled on fast when I saw this. I just wanted to see which one was the bottom one first. So number 11, right before the last one, second to last, One Piece. If you're gonna go with like very niche driven, like people are gonna vote for this one, One Piece is gonna be up there. Should have been higher on the list. So this one made me definitely question the validity of this. But I'm also surprised that Tojima Wants to be a Kamen Rider's not on this. It has potential.
Are you surprised
it has potential? They have potential. So I don't know. I mean, do you believe Togenaki could?
Best Isekai was introduced as a new category last year, so that'll be a category this year we have to think about. Best new Isekai.
So My Status as an Assassin potentially.
Water Magician. Dusk Beyond the End of the World could be quantified as an isekai, kind of.
That's a time jump, not more of an actual isekai, though.
It's true. It's like Another World, though.
Excuse me. Oh, here's another ranker one. Best Isekai 2025. So Water Magician, Apocalypse Bringer. That one actually's been doing very well, though, even though I think it's a Chinese anime. But have you ever heard about that one?
Mm-mm. To Be Hero X has got to win something.
That's not it. That definitely could be seen as anime of the year. The Bed and Breakfast one is considered that. Rising the Shield Hero season 4.
No.
Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf.
No.
Possibly the greatest alchemist of all time.
No.
Headhunt to Another World has a salaryman. Something villainous where a dad switches bodies into a girl. Let's see. Zenshua, I think I said it. Zenshu. It's that one that was it Studio? No, it was Mappa. Mappa did that one actually, and everyone was going crazy about the animation. I've been killing slime for 300 years. Magic Maker, the Dark History Reincarnated, the Red Ranger becomes the Adventure.
I think they titled this wrong. I think they titled this article wrong. It's not the best isekai of 2025. It's just all the isekai of 2025.
So no, Will, they were correct though, because they put the beginning after the end.
Yeah,
this is factual.
Yeah, clearly
you
the
should
best.
only believe Ranker. Yeah, 100%.
Clearly the best of the year. Yeah.
Dude, what if it actually was on the list though?
They should give awards for the worst animation or the worst anime of the year.
Okay, worst anime of 2025. Will go.
One Punch Man season 3.
Is it even a question, brother?
No,
Come on.
It's literally one of the lowest ranked animes ever. The most recent episode is the lowest.
A kick to the balls, dude.
It's the lowest ranked animated episode of all time. It's wild, but we've beat.
If you're beating Promise Neverland, which is infamous of season 2, infamous, known as the worst.
Yeah.
One Punch Man
Massive
season 3.
letdown. Yeah.
Beat that. Make it make sense, dude.
Well, you even have the producer came out and was like, yeah, so the biggest, baddest fight moments in season 3 are episodes 5 and 9. And we really went overboard, and people had just watched episode 5 and they were like, that that's supposed to be the peak of the season.
The problem with people, and I guess this will be the last bit we go into this. We're going to talk about One Punch Man. The doors are open. Will got me pissed off. I'm going to talk about it. The previous episode, someone went through, and you can find the Reddit post. They went through and saw the manga panels, and everyone does this. They did it with Solo Leveling, but he went through, found the manga panels, did a comparison of what they left out, and the amount they left out.
Cut out a lot, yeah,
a lot. They left out plot. They left out talking, specific talking. But the biggest thing when you started looking at what they took out, anything that involved movement, they're cutting so many corners. They're in a roundhouse now.
Yeah, as more information comes out, it starts to get deeper and deeper. So you had oh my gosh, I forget the guy's name. He's a really popular animator, and he did some animation for the Garu fight, and he was hyping it up. And then he came out after it was like, yeah, the animation that I provided versus what came out is not what I gave them. I thought it would have been better. So there's just
at this point, it has to be intentional.
I mean, what else is it like? How, like, there's really no other explanation. Like I said this in a video today, it literally feels like Bandai went to JC staff in September of 2025 and said, "Hey, here you go. We're ordering One Punch Man season 3. And you have to give us the first episode in 6 weeks." That's what it seems like happens.
I mean, but if you look at history to that shows like that's not true, because they had delays after delays after delays, and they announced this so long ago, and it was, what is it, like a couple years almost that they announced
at the point where it's like doing permanent damage to the franchise. Like they need
it's
to
so
like
bad.
As much money as they'll lose, they need to say, "Hey, we're stopping. We're going to go on hiatus, and we're going to come back later and do it right." That's the only reasonable thing to do, because they're ruining the franchise. Here's the thing that'll blow your mind. Okay, blow your mind. We've had the entirety of the Demon Slayer anime in the hiatus that we had between season 2 and season 3. That's how much time it was. Demon Slayer released, and the Infinity Castle movie came out, and everything in between, and the amount of time between season 2 and season 3. And
yeah, because it was a 2019 anime, right?
Yeah, and like
that's when
we don't have to belabor it too much, but I described it today as like calling it a dumpster fire is generous. This isn't a dumpster fire. This is a big
terrible
steaming pile of crap that you put into a brown paper bag and set on fire and put it on your neighbor's doorstep and ding dong ditch, and then they come out and they stomp on it. That's what this is.
No, it's terrible. I think the only way to save the franchise, another studio has to take over. I'm not saying right now where it is, finish out what you just did, but they need to do a remake. Everyone claims for a remake for Tokyo Ghoul, and everyone's still hoping for. So there's potential, because we all know what happened.
There was even rumors that it was going to happen.
So people are wanting this to happen. People are anticipating it. So if you want to save the franchise, it needs to be remade.
Yeah,
completely, 100%.
Let's hope it happens, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
No, please don't. Please don't. So yeah, that's the that's what is episode 24 now?
Not bad, man.
It crazes me.
We are, by the way, I was looking at our analytics the other day. We're like not very far from qualifying for monetization on YouTube. Like,
no, it's
out of
been
our
a crazy
3,000 hours
ride.
watched, we have like 2,600 hours watched, something like that. We're close, which is cool.
No, yeah,
very cool.
This is so much fun. The fact is, like, now we've been going over a lot of anime news and a lot of craziness that's been going on, even drama. What I want to do was give you guys a catch up on what we've been watching, because it seems like we haven't told you in a while. Usually we tell you what we are gonna watch. We try to do it in the middle of the season somewhat to tell you what we are watching currently, what we're liking, and then at the end we'll kind of give like our ratings of each season. So far, this is like our little mid show. And there's not really much to talk about when it comes to the fall season. That's the sad thing to say. Like,
there's a few gems. There's a few entertaining pieces, but
very few.
Yeah, winter will probably be cool.
Yeah, it's sad when you literally have. I'm going to use him right now. I hope he's okay with this. But Taylor, he says he's not watching this season because it's just.
Remember, because he rolls out these big videos. He was all pumped for it, and so he works really hard when a new season comes out. So like a week into it, he DMs me and he goes, "Yeah, dude, this season of anime is low key ass. I'm not hyped for it anymore." And I was like.
Sounds exactly like Taylor. I love him, dude. No, when he told me that, I was like, he's like, dude, I'm just watching My Hero. I was like, Valid. I understand that.
My
and
hero
it makes sense.
Hype.
I
might get a Deku tattoo.
Wow.
Yeah. And a Deku manga panel tattoo at that.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it,
mm-hmm.
and I'll show y'all what it is, and then we can close out for the night. But specifically this manga panel, because I feel like it's the
more I think about though how important My Hero has been to you and how much you love it, it doesn't
I feel like
really
it's the embodiment of like everything Deku is, and
when he ran,
the overall message of My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
right.
A lot of people are changing their profile pics to that too.
Well, it's because you have he's like at the end of that battle, he's wearing the shirt that the kid said, "Hey, donate this to a hero that needs help," and so there's just so much like personified in that panel. And I've always wanted, like, all of my tattoos are color. Like I love color tattoos. I've always wanted something really dope that's like black and white, because there are some tattoo artists out there that specialize in black and white. Like this guy, he doesn't specialize in black and white, but he can do manga panels really well. Like I've always wanted something like that. So I was looking at that and I was like, might do that.
I'm probably only going to do just like strictly black and white tattoos. I've never been a fan of color. I'm jealous of people that do color.
Okay.
I just don't think I'd have the skin
Black
for
and
it.
white tattoos are the easy way out. So that's all good.
I can't ever win with Will. I swear I'm taking body shots all the time, man. If you guys are on my side and believe that I am being abused by Will, please make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys being here. We'll definitely see you in the next episode.
Peace out,
Goodbye.
everyone.